Hey everybody, welcome to Metal Movies and Brewskis Live. I'm your host Matt Burke, and we're going to be talking about a lot of monsters tonight, some movies, some comics, and of course metal. It's been about a couple weeks. About a week or 2 weeks ago, I had on Kelly Jones and Matt Wagner talking about the Dracula book that they were launching on Kickstarter, the sequel, The Brides. That was a fun stream, and can't wait for that book. Also got a new schedule I'm working with now, so things are a little different. Been under the weather too, man, so I'm still kind of recovering right now. Then the elections happened, so I was taking part of that. Had to go and vote for my boy Trump, and I guess the rest of the country did too. So that's cool. I can't wait till he gets in there officially, and just slowly recovering and getting back to it. Got some pretty interesting metal news for you guys. I wanted to share with you. I thought it was kind of cool when I seen her pop up on here. Let me show you show you guys what it's all about. The mom on The Conjuring that plays the mother, one of the Warrens, I believe her name is Vera Farmiga. She's got a metal band, and they're called the Yagas, like Baba Yaga. And it's like the debut song right here. You can check it out right here. They're all over YouTube right now, but they're covering Slipknot's Duality. She was up there getting down screaming. Leads the metal band the Yagas. Debut single The Crying Room was released. The song The Crying Room honors the Ukrainian people with the Vera of Ukrainian descent. Oh, okay. I heard that the Ukrainians were the first people in that region before the Russians. I heard that the Russians were the Rus Vikings that kind of came in and put their shit down. It's crazy though. It's a big topic. So man. And the song The Crying Room. All right. Eugene Hultz of Google Bordello stars in The Crying Room video. I did check out part of the song. It's kind of like a ballad, and at the end it picks it up. It goes into kind of like groove breakdowny stuff with the guitar. So I thought it was pretty cool. She does a lot of almost just like choir chorus towards the end of it. She's pretty good singer though, and she's a great actress too. Excellent job in the Conjuring franchise. They're supposed to be making another one. I first discovered her from Running Scared with Paul Walker. I think that's Paul Walker's best movie. If you guys haven't seen Running Scared, highly recommend it. I hate to say it's kind of like a Pulp Fiction style movie where all Tarantino's movies are told like in a circle, but it has that thing going for it. But I don't know. Yeah, I put that movie up there with like Pulp Fiction and stuff. It's just a really good like kind of going around the city type movie, with all this crazy shit happening, similar to like Falling Down's another one of them. But so she this is her band, aligns with her love for metal. So the new album's coming out in 2025. That's cool, man. It kind of reminds me of what was it? Was it a Jada Pinkett Smith? She started a metal band called Wicked Wisdom. I remember back in 2005 at Ozfest. Back at 2005 at Ozfest of San Bernardino, Glen Helen, Blockbuster Pavilion Fairgrounds. They were playing, and that year they had so many fucking bands, dope bands playing at Ozfest 2005. Sorry, and I remember me and my buddies went there early in the morning, got some breakfast, and we I think it was like 7 in the morning. Jada Pinkett Smith's band was just playing, and I was one of the bands I wanted to check out was Soilwork, and they were playing right after, and I was just like, dang, dude, there's only like 4 songs per band. Like that's what happens with these festivals, right? You get these one-day festivals, and you'll have like a whole lineup of all these solid bands. Like you can pick the best bands in the world, but they're only going to play like fucking 20 minutes. So it's kind of whack. I almost feel that like festivals should be more than one day, or they need to have less bands play, because it just doesn't give bands like, I don't know, enough time. They need at least an hour, dude. So let's see. Vera Farmiga, part of my French, is horror royalty at this point, having starred in multiple Conjuring films. The Norman Bates prequel series, Basement. That's right. I never watched that. Orphan was a good one, and more. But what horror fans might not know is that she is also an avid metal fan, and not just a fan. She is also now the front woman of the Yagas. That's a pretty cool name. That sounds like a name like kind of perfectly suited for that. Again, it makes me think of Baba Yaga, which is terrifying. If you've ever read the Hellboy books. Mike Mignola does a killer job of that. And speaking of Hellboy, I just seen the new Hellboy. I'm gonna have to do a review of that movie. I got some stuff to say about that. With that being my favorite comic book and all. But they released The Crying Room. Other members of the band include her husband. Oh, snap. Dead Z member Ryan Hockey. I remember Dead Z. That was the dude. I think one of the sons of the Allman Brothers was the leader of that band. They came out back in like the new metal era. I remember that. Dead Z. They had was it The Key to Gramercy Park? I think that was the name of the song they did. So they got that guy, drummer Jason Bowman, guitarist Mark Visconti, and bassist Mike Davis. The song honors the people from Ukraine. Okay, and the music's pretty cool. You know, I check it out. You know, it's got a little bit of goth feel to it as well. I think it was a pretty interesting sound. Also, I got something else for you guys to see. I know for sure that it's definitely. So you got the new Universal Horror Studios Monster land, pretty much. You know, I so want to go there. I think it's in it's going to be in Florida, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done the real deep dive on it. I've heard a mention of it on the Horror Movie Club over on Brian Kreisgau's channel. But this is some of the animatronics, man. It looks killer. There's more online too. I think they're doing a great job with just the design of Frankenstein's monster. Looks really cool, and you know they own that brick top head, you know, of the classic. So there's more. There's a video right here you can check out. If you come over to Entertainment Weekly, it's got the exclusive. I'm really digging the oh snap. The Wolfman looks pretty cool. He's not 100% pug, but he looks definitely like the Wolfman. Looks like Lawrence Talbot. There's Dracula. You know, it looks like they're kind of, I don't know, doing a little update on there. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Man, what's up with all these pop-ups, man? Looks okay. Almost looks like the shoulders are a little different. I don't know. Looks a little almost simplified more. But yeah, this looks like a killer place to go. There we go. Digging that, man. I don't understand why they can't get the movies to look like they want to redo the Dark Universe, but they're having trouble just nailing this stuff down, man. They keep doing it too. They did. What was the first one? It was probably Van Helsing. Then the second one after that was the Wolfman remake, and then they couldn't build it off that. Then they had the Dracula Untold, and then they did the Wolfman the Mummy with Tom Cruise, and they can't nail it. You know, I said it before and I'll say it again. They just need to do a small budget movie per character, make it low budget, terrifying as all get out, and then reveal the monster at the end of the movie. Then once you got all the monsters, they all have their own movies, the Universal monsters. Then you fucking bring them together in one movie. You do their little versus movies, you know, and that would be cool. You kind of slowly introduce the characters for the versus movies, and then at the end of the movie, you know, you make them fight, you know. So at that point, once they start fighting, it's really hard to make them scary at that point, because it's just a monster brawl, and that's cool, that's fine. But just start it out small, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I have zero faith in the new Wolfman remake. I don't know. I just don't like the design of the Wolfman, and they're calling it Wolfman that way that, you know, the director could kind of just get in there and just, you know, doesn't have to get his hands dirty if the movie's good. He's a fucking genius if it's bad. It's Wolfman. It's not the Wolfman. But some people are thinking it looks cool. I still think he looks like a cracked out crust punk out in the woods. Again, like he looks like me in 5 years. He's got the long white shit with some fangs coming out. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna go watch it, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I kind of wish that they, sometimes I kind of wish that they would just rebuild this Universal Studios verse and just kind of make it like in the Victorian era or in the 1930s. You know, I think the 1930s would be a good time frame. Just make it a period universe. It doesn't have to take place in our time. They tried doing that with Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe. I'm down though. I'm really down for whatever, but they just can't nail it. I think the main thing is doing scary, gothic, low budget movies one per character. And was it Blumhouse did the Invisible Man? I thought that was a great horror movie, great thriller, but again, it wasn't the Invisible Man. It was dude in a suit, right? It was psychopath in a suit, and to me, that's not the Invisible Man. He needs a mutation. He needs to be mutated. Hollow Man was the closest thing that we got to it, but still, there was still room for more of that, So, and it sucks, man, because this is like the first real shared universal or shared cinematic universe. I think that they should have nailed this. I think there's just so many attempts, but man, I can't wait to go to this park. I think it is in Florida though, so it'll give me an excuse to maybe fly out there one day. So in other news, I actually there's a campaign that that launched this week, and it's King Cryptid. I don't know if you guys checked it out. I just barely got the there was a crossover with this book called Blood Realm. And if you guys haven't checked out Blood Realm, it's this killer like kind of old lost like ancient history, dark fantasy, basically like book series, and it's through Alterna by Robert Geronimo. He writes and does the illustrating. It's awesome. It's its own thing altogether. And let me show you guys. Share the screen, let you guys check it out. King Cryptid, man, what I like about it, I've had Pete, the creator of this, Pete Samedi. He's been on the channel a few times, and we've talked about it before. And I'm definitely going to back this book. I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to get it. He does 4 issues a year, and he does that for the campaign. And it just kind of really brings forth a lot of the old school like comic book style comics. They'll have 4 issues, and they'll kind of have like a different flavor and vibe per year. He'll have one that's kind of kid friendly, but still fun and dark. But then he'll have like, some that might be black and white, one that's in color. And these are where the, 10, these are them right here. So yeah, man. Betrayed and cursed over 500 years ago, the living legend known as King Cryptid encounters creatures of human and inhuman origin throughout the region of New England. This ongoing series full of monsters and mysteries. Every issue contains a complete story that is part of a larger continuity. So it's a series type, ongoing, age rating 12, which is perfect. At the end of the day, man, we should all be kind of making comics that are geared towards that age range, I think. But it's hard. But here's some of the this looks cool, man. Like, what's this Killer King Cryptid right here? This blood red one. I don't know who that is. That looks pretty awesome though. And here's some of the art right here. It's got this dude named Kieran Covington doing the art on it. Guy's he's a badass. His art's really, really cool. Here's kind of one of the I think it's kind of like the kid style looking one. And there's been a couple of those on the last one. And this one looks like Krampus maybe, huh? That Krampus movie, man. That Krampus movie is pretty killer. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but yeah, I think it's on HBO Max right now. Just got HBO Max yesterday. I just finished watching the Batman again, and I'm watching the Penguin now, and the show's pretty cool. Oh, and this one's done by Bill Moss, so he's a pretty legendary creator. It's cool that he got him. This looks like a funny one. Yeah, and then you got the Behemoth right there. That's a really cool character. If you guys haven't picked this book up, man, you guys are these books. Come and check them out, and you could back them right here. He's got a lot of really cool stuff on the campaign. This is the Indiegogo campaign. He also has a. If you go to Alterna.com, they'll have the same campaign there too. So, and he has a bunch of different tiers for you to pick, and the books are very, very fairly priced right now. You guys could just jump on and just kind of get everything. He's got trading cards, cool T-shirts, lots of cool stuff, guys. Lots of cool stuff. I'll put the link in the chat so you guys can go check it out, and maybe back the book if you want. Let's see here. Let's see, back King Cryptid. Here we go. Should be popping up pretty soon. So for you guys that are watching or going to be back around on the replay, definitely check out King Cryptid. I think he's a cool character, cool universe, and he's doing long format storytelling too. So he's building it like nugget by nugget, you know, and not giving you too much, not giving you the origin and all that stuff. So I think that's ultimately that's the way to do it, you know. At the end of the day, you want to be not giving away too much about your character, you know. You want it to be mysterious. I think that's ultimately the way to go. Like for me, for more of the characters that I create, I'm not going to have an origin for the character really. I think it, you know, I don't know, it just kind of takes too much away. You think of like Wolverine, what was it, 30 years before you got the actual origin for Wolverine or Logan. So people, once you know, it's just like it loses its luster, it loses its mystique. You think about the Joker in the Dark Knight, people are always going to be guessing about what exactly. I mean, granted, there's like 1,000 different Jokers, but people are always going to be guessing like, where did Heath Ledger's Joker come from? Is he like ex Black Ops, ex CIA? What is he? You know, so you got to keep people guessing. It keeps fun. Keeps fun. Thanks for people watching. I appreciate it. Right now, it's a point of the show where we do this little thing where we go hunting. So go ahead and get into that. So right here is the Domovoy, and I've known of this creature before too. I actually was doing a whole slew of for a comic book character I've been working on in the background for like just for fun in the last 10 years. Has to do with like Slavic and Russian, you know, cryptids, I guess you could say, but not cryptids. I'm doing something else with it. So I was doing somewhat of deep dives on that, and yeah, my Domovoy or whatnot is a lot different than this one. But so yeah, I am definitely familiar with this, and it's a Slavic household guardian shapeshifter, spirit of a given ancestry, a spirit who lives in the fireplace or beneath the stoves. Root word dom, meaning house, is from Slavic folklore. I got a little bit of that Milo's iced tea with some Kraken rum. It's kind of like a weak Long Island iced tea. Yeah, so the root word dom, meaning house, is from Slavic folklore that lives in the home and protects the family from harm in all ways, especially the children and animals, which is pretty cool. Like you could see how you could take this character and kind of turn it into a comic character, you know. It's like night and day, like just really easy to do, right? They have a troll-like appearance. See, again, you got a big troll that's like protecting the family and stuff. This could be a cool character, even in King Cryptid. You know, we were just talking about that. You could put the Domovoy in there; it would write itself. Troll-like appearance. They have the power to shapeshift into anything, but most likely cats, dogs, bears, and horses. The Domovoy is said to be able to protect the future or predict the future. However, if enraged, the Domovoy will lash out, or sometimes even leave the kin. Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, man, that's pretty. Well, again, that could be you know, you could use that to the story. You know, the Domovoy even has a female counterpart called the Domania. Oh, okay. So then there's another thing you could do. You can have a, you know, a relationship thing where, yeah, there we go. The Domovoy is believed to be coexisting within the house. The kin of the Domovoy can give gifts and offerings to him. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool character right here. They don't really have much. I don't know. They don't really have much like images, you know, out there in the world. There's some right here, but they're just kind of, you know, just usually like a big old kind of old school looking trollish thing with the beard or whatnot, hiding in the house. Nothing too crazy, you know, nothing too scary to go after. But I think it's a cool concept, you know. And I think that area of the world, you know, like Ukraine and Russia and just that side, the cold East. I think that's a fun area to explore that hasn't really been tapped too much. Same thing with like, South America. There's a lot of places. Another place is Australia too. A lot of people haven't fucked with that place too much. The Max, that was, a big. Max is really popular last week or so or last month, I guess, on just the internet. People were drawing the Max. I used to draw the Max like all the time in junior high and high school. That was the one character I would just draw like in class. I didn't really need to look at everything because I was drawing him all the time. You could have a lot of fun with that character too, because it really, it's the anatomy is all over the place. But yeah, Australia, man, there's a lot of stuff you could do with Australia. There was one character in a book. I think it was It was Crimstone. I think it was the last Crimstone or the first Crimstone book where there was a bounty hunter from Australia. The book Crimstone is by the Zade Comics publishing company. If you guys haven't checked out their books, go check it out. And they had a really cool Aborigine like kind of bounty hunter in there, hunter, and I thought that was always cool. Very, very different, man. It's always hard to kind of come up with these new characters, that really stick out and really pack a punch. But yeah, that's the Domovoy. Domovoy. I don't know how to really pronounce it, but I wanted to show you guys this band. Played them on here before. They're gangsters. They're OGs. But the last album, it felt like it came and went. It had a lot of really cool, like, experimental stuff on it. They brought in a saxophone on one of the songs. It just felt kind of weird. And for that style of metal, I haven't really heard melodic death metal with a saxophone. But it's on the album. They didn't really do a video for it. On this show, I usually try to find music videos because kind of reminds me of that show Headbangers Ball. I really liked that show back in the day. And, I wish there was more shows like that where they showed metal music videos, and there's not. But anyways, this is At the Gates, and this song is called Paradox, and I think it's pretty awesome. You guys can check it out. Take a little break, go grab your drinks, and we'll get back. Fucking awesome album, though. Oh. I don't know, man. It's it's a killer album. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head, but you listen to it and it's like, whoa, all the different symphonic stuff they got going on. Again, they have the saxophone in there. They got this weird this Jack Kerouacian type song at the end. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? I think they did a video for that too, but I'm like interested to see what they do for the next album, because this was like the third album after they had that 20-year fucking gap. They had a 20-year gap, and then they had like a reunion tour, and then the band got back together. There's twins in the band. One of them's a bass player, the other one's a guitar player. The guitar player, he was like the founding member of The Haunted, and I don't know what happened. Like, they got back together. At War with Reality, that fucking album slaps, and I think that might even be their best album. Like, it's some days for me it's Slaughter of the Soul, some days it's At War with Reality, but they did 2 more albums after that, and they've all been pretty good. But it's after the main songwriter left. But they kind of had this signature sound with just their guitar, the melodies that they have that they could carry. They kind of could keep carrying it out. But the guy that left, he had a strong influence in like horror movies. Like, you could just hear the horror melodies that he puts into the music. It's fucking sick. Slaughter of the Soul, though, man, that album just had this killer guitar tone that was hard to replicate for any band. I think it had the best guitar tone out of any fucking metal band was on the Slaughter of the Soul album. And they used a custom amp with like broken shit in it that they built in I think it was like Fredrik Nordstrom's studio. And Fredrik Nordstrom was a big producer of a lot of the bands in Sweden at that time in the 90s, and they put out a lot of really good. He produced a lot of really good albums. But yeah, that that album's the shit. Go check out the new one. You know, you listen to it. If you guys could get vinyl, I highly recommend picking it up on vinyl. I don't even got vinyl yet. I'm still picking up CDs and stuff, but I intend to. That's how I kind of got into metal. My dad, he had vinyl. One of the first albums I remember seeing as a kid was actually Stryper, Christian metal band, right? And it was the album To Hell with the Devil, and it has Michael, you know, or I mean, it could be argued that it was the actual band Stryper and they're fighting the devil. And it's in a painting. It's metal. they're beating him with the guitar and he's going down into hell, and it's so epic. And I just like, dang, that's cool, you know. And then you know, as I aged, compact CDs came out, and you get this little like thing you look at, and you're like, oh, what the fuck, you know? Where's the big thing to look at? You know, it's not there anymore. So yeah. And then later on in life, you kind of discover that vinyl is not compressed sound like a compact disc is. It's loud, it's robust. It's, you know, you're again, you're there with your whiskey, you're you listen to the music. It's, you know, CDs and CDs and, you know, your streaming devices is more for like you know, it's more for I would say barbecuing. So yeah, that's I haven't started getting into the vinyls, but I intend to do it. Yeah, man. Thanks for all the 11 people watching right now. I normally do with a show where people try to guess this band name. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see if more people start saying what's up, and then maybe we'll play it. But there's another book that came out this week from my buddy Bat Sauce on YouTube, and it's on Amazon right now. You guys can check it out. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the oh, okay, here we go. I remember those changes. See, yeah, see, that's what's up. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by. Metal Mike 570, appreciate you, man. If you're still in the chat, yeah, man, that was killer album. It just never gets old. But I do have this little section of the show. You guys might get a kick out of it. You might not, but yeah, we could play it. It's usually a couple seconds, a little game.
Black Metal Decode.
So, can you guys guess this band name? That's the question. If you can't, that's cool. You know, it's a thing I try to do every Saturday night, but you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just really depends. I just got done watching the Unexpected Journey, the Hobbit movie with my kids. Man, that movie is fucking metal, man. Oh man, so much better than the TV show that they had out. I mean, Sauron's pretty cool, you know, as a character, but I don't know, man. Just those movies, they have little comedic charm that they put that Peter Jackson puts in there. I know not all of it's like 100% Tolkien accurate, but I don't know. It's those I can't wait for the new Lord of the Rings or the new, you know, Hunt for Gollum movie or whatever trilogy that they're going to be doing. I guess Viggo Mortensen's down to come back. He's saying if the script's good, and he was also saying, because I watched a total, you know, side quest. Viggo Mortensen, I think he's one of the best actors of all time. He's got a Western out right now. And yeah, we're still trying to guess this. If you guys are watching, anybody bumping in and out of the show, that's cool. I do the same thing. I bump in and out of shows all the time in the chat. But Viggo Mortensen's doing a Western, and he was having trouble trying to fund it. It's coming out pretty soon. And he finally got some funding, I guess, from some lady in Mexico. But they were interviewing him. He's been on like some YouTube shows. I was like, wow, he was on Nerd of the Rings, and he was saying, you know, yeah, I'll come back if the, you know, story's good. And they asked him, would you direct? And he's like, yeah, I'd probably direct it, but the Tolkien fans are they're kind of, you know, hard to impress, you know. I think they are too. It sucks too because I'm that guy that's like, follow the source material, you know. But it's like at the same time, the more I age, I'm like, fuck, dude, you got about like an hour and a half to like squeeze all the source material into one movie without. You got to cover a lot of bases, and you got to have these notes. You know, it's like a song where like there's got to be a rhythm to a movie. Like you actually have to entertain somebody, and you want them to come back and watch the movie again. You know, so it's like if you're adapting a comic book or you're adapting a book, it's you really got to trim the fat, and you got to pick and choose things, and some things got to get cut out, so no matter what you're taking from source material, whether it be a book or a comic book or something like that, you do got to cut some shit out. I guess the main thing is like adapting too many storylines and just like, fucking in one movie. Like a good one was Ragnarok, right? That movie I thought was a fun movie, but in some respects I hated the movie because it put like the War Hulk and the Planet Hulk storyline together with the Ragnarok stuff, and then also like the Warrior 3 just died. Like it was just too much in one movie. I don't even think it. I don't even think that. I don't know, man. It should have happened. So oh, what you got here? It's been gone almost, man. Nope, that's not it. I appreciate it though. Yeah, almost there though. It's amazing how many bands are out there though that are that have logos you can't read, and it's like it's not metal enough. You can't read it, But it's weird too because it's like you want it to look metal and badass, like fucking just metal, like you just want, But then at some point you're like, I want people to hear my music and kind of they need to know my name. My name needs to be known. So you got to kind of have your name out there. It's branding a little bit too, right? So it's like a catch-22 in some ways. I want people to know my art, Whether your music to you is art or it's not, or it's a political thing, or it's a religious thing, or it's a musical thing, or whatever you're doing with it, or all that combined, it's still art as far as I'm concerned. And, some people like to be a known artist and some people like to be an unknown artist, So it's kind of hard for me though. I would, I'd like to, people to know what my band name is, I guess, if I'm going to do a logo, but, people to read it, but, it's fun though, man. It's fun. Yeah. This one is, it was kind of hard because it's not the traditional, like, like veiny, tree branchy and, black metal Ian style of or death metal style of band font or logo. This one was like, ooh, I like this one. It's hard to read, but it's different. It's hard to stand out nowadays. It's hard to stand out just with just like a picture, just your album cover. I remember when this band Soilwork came out with this album called Stabbing the Drama. And it just, the singer's like, yeah, we're just going to do a solid red album with just a hand with a knife and then like a little, like chevron in the back with some wings, like some kind of like a patch from like a military thing, and things like that stick out. Sometimes you have to just strip everything away, and I don't know, like you're fighting for shelf space, whether it be a comic book or a CD or an album, people eventually have to walk by and go, and they just pick that up and they have to look at it, So the cover sells it, and then the music brings them back, or the comic brings them back for issue 2 or for album 2, or in that case, maybe go to see you live or whatnot, But yeah, man, this band is I guess I'm gonna do a little countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this band's name is it's either Eisregen or Isregen. So that's what it is, But it is a E in the front. It doesn't look like an E at all. You know what I mean? Ospigon, yeah, right. It's totally hard to read. I would have never guessed it. I can't like I cannot read these names. Even I got horrible vision, so one of my eyes is like, it's weird. One of my eyes is just horrible bad vision. Like I can't see shite. But the other side is like really advanced. Like so, it's like one eye for my glasses, one lens is like that thick, like, and the other one's just like, so it's trying to keep balance. So it's pretty horrible. But yeah, man, thanks for stopping by, Mike Metal 570. I appreciate it, brother. I do appreciate you stopping by. And next week we'll do the same thing. We'll do the black metal decode. And yeah, let's go ahead and I want you guys to check out check out my buddy's book, Bat Sauce. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's also got a he's over on the Twitters too. And do a little share screen. Get your books up on Amazon now. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it's if you guys are doing music or you're doing art, books, comic books, graphic novels, trade paperbacks, because they're all a little different. But either way, you got to get them out there. Get them out there, and people got to get people reading them. So this is it right here. It's called the Illumination Toolsmith, Tale of the Dunce Whisperer. It's Harry Potter meets Office Space. Okay, to be honest with you, and I was talking to my kid about it, I was never really a big fan of Harry Potter. I thought it was cool, but it's like comparing apples kind of and oranges, but I'm just really always into like Robert E. Howard, Conan stuff, and then Tolkien, But meets Office Space. Love Office Space. Can never watch that movie again. The movie is relevant till the end of time. I think Mike Judge just really understands and really nails down the blue collar American worker and like just their day-to-day like office speak, their boardroom / break room speak, So put that in like a fantasy book. I think that you got something special. A tale of an Illumination toolsmith trying to fix everyone's problems in the kingdom to the point of pretty much doing their job for them. Edward definitely isn't the smartest person in the kingdom, but maybe that isn't a problem. In this world, technology and magic have combined and advanced to the point where people become useless without the Illumini tools. This essentially makes the people, like Edward, who fix Illumini tools, the most important people in the kingdom. But they are treated worse than the stable boys. The story is the most entertaining comedy you ever have the pleasure to read. However, it is also the best action, romance, musical, and thriller you have or ever will read. Some of the questions you might ask yourself after reading this might be, how can I ever enjoy another story again after finishing this masterpiece? How can one person come up with such compelling plots? Has my vision blurred from the tears in my eyes? Or have I been blinded by the powerful words of this literature smith? That's fucking awesome. See, this guy, I love his comedy already. I just want to read the book right there. Let me put it's $8, dude. And you can get it on Kindle as well. It's what it looks like, I think, possibly. But I would rather, pick it up, get the paperback, and yeah, man. I'm just more about the physical media, pick up pick up the Tale of the Dunce Whisperer. Hopefully that works. So kind of a big link. Maybe it might be a little too big, but it's on Amazon, guys. Yeah, it might be a little too big for me to share it. Yeah, it's Illumination Toolsmith, Tale of the Dunce Whisperer, right there on Amazon. And yeah, I actually did a little piece for it too. Maybe I could show you guys. Do a little share screen of it. I thought it was really cool. There's these guys with these different hammers in here. This is it right here. Let's see. Yeah. So I had the guys on the roof. You got this like kind of like rockish, like dwarfish guy, and then a knight with this bat that's hanging from like jewelry almost, and you got this kind of dorky dude with this like light hammer. I'm just like, okay, that's pretty fucking metal. Sounds like fun. I like dark comedy fantasy, like in general. I think it's fun. Like I think of like Princess Bride. That movie's awesome. I also liked Your Highness. I thought that was pretty funny. The new Dungeons and Dragons, I think they kind of nailed that too. I thought it was like funny fantasy. What else was it? Stardust was okay. when it came out back in the day. That was another one, Stardust. But yeah, I think like a dark kind of comedy fantasy movies are fun, or books. I think they're hilarious, and they're really form to get out of there and escape from it. You know what I mean? That's why I like it, anyways. So yeah, but yeah, that's a little piece I did for it for Bat Sauce. I had a blast doing it. Always love doing the fantasy stuff. That's my fantasy and like kind of gothic horror stuff, period piece stuff. That's really what I'm into. Gothic horror. But yeah, speaking of let's see here, stuff that's from the past. My buddy's got a book out. It's my other buddy. It's called Six Gun Gorilla. So if you guys are into westerns, you might like this one. It's about a gorilla that's in the West. He's got really big guns that shoots really big holes and really bad people. And this is the campaign up right here. You guys could back the book right now. The artist Preston Esvito, I think he's like the best artist right now in the scene, in the underground scene. He's been around a long time, but his art is just at the top. He's at the top of his game. This is his cover. This is another buddy of mine, John Dillard. This is his cover right here. I think it's equally as good. I think it really makes you experience vertigo when you feel it. Another homie of mine, Sim, killer cover right here, man. It's got that old school. I forgot what movie that is. Can't think of the top of my head, but it's an homage. Yeah, and this is the artwork that's inside the book right here. This is the final 2 chapters. You guys could pick up the old Six Gun Gorilla in here. Brian's been putting out these books for years. This is his like 7th campaign, so he's delivered on all his books. This is going to be the final one, but you can just see this artwork. It's really killer. It's going up against some crazy dudes in the Zeppelin out in the Wild West. You know, the last book was crazy. He like gets this guy and like crumbles him up into a ball and just throws him. You know, gorillas are fucking scary, man. But quick pitch with this would be like it's Tarzan in reverse, you know. And this book's got a lot of really good acclaim and praise from various writers throughout the world. And yeah, you guys should definitely come check it out. I've done reviews on it on my show on this channel, and it's a great book. I can't wait to get the last 2 issues. I've already backed it right here. Let's see here. Show you guys the trailer. Yeah, brother. Man, they let like the creators keep like a big chunk of the funds. So it's a website that's made by comic creators for comic book creators. Yeah, so you could kind of skip Kickstarter and Indiegogo. You can go here and really, you know, make a splash. You got Six Gun Gorilla. And then I got a little something for you guys too. This new movie coming out looks pretty cool. It's in the, I guess it would be the gothic horror, Frozen horror vein. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for this movie. I just checked it out tonight, and I was like, okay, this is cool. It kind of looks. I don't know. I really like the horror movies that are in the snow. I just think that's a cool like little subgenre, like The Thing. 30 Days a Night. There's this show called The Terror. I haven't checked it out. It's on AMC. It looks fantastic. Part of Frankenstein's novel is there a little bit. You get a little bit out in there, but this is it right here. Let me show it to you guys. I think it looks pretty cool. This one right here is called the Damned. The Damned. Can't wait for this. Definitely got the same type of classic, feel as like Nosferatu. So this is another one I'm looking forward to. It's coming out this year if it isn't out already.
Late one night, when everyone was in bed, there was a knock at the door.
May the Lord protect you from harmful sea creatures and dangerous pirates.
Go. Go.
I think that's the Hound from Game of Thrones.
Bastards. We're not going to help them.
Yeah.
Helping those men will put all of your lives at risk, and I cannot do that.
Whatever wreckage can float, we'll stay close to them.
Yeah, I think that's him. Good actor. Okay, Evil Dead Rise.
I've seen evil trying to get in here.
The dead can't break free if you hammer iron nails into their feet.
Almost feels Lovecraftian in a bit.
It
A little
was a
Eldritch.
terrible tragedy. He doesn't care. I wouldn't sleep if I were you. A thing like that never stops.
It's never too late to ask for forgiveness for what we did.
It won't stop until it's taken all of us.
Keep it away! Keep it away from me!
We should not be here.
Help me! Help me!
Living always more dangerous than the dead.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty fucking good, man. Looking forward to this movie, The Damned. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to have a theatrical release. Probably not, but it looks really good. I know Nosferatu is getting all the good reviews right now. I'm hearing like Oscar-worthy contender. I think that movie is going to be killer. I can't wait to go see that. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I wanted you guys to I'm gonna do a little quick show right now. If you guys don't know about my book, Butch Cleaver, I actually have them up right now at the Fund My Comic store. It's these right here. It's a gothic horror western. It's kind of hard to see, but because of the camera or whatnot. But yeah, sorry. But I got the website right here. If you guys want to check it out, it's the same website as Six Gun Gorilla, fundmycomic.com. And it's about a butcher who gets killed. He's brought back to life by a voodoo curse. And that curse gives him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. He's back from the grave, and he's brought back by a voodoo doll. And he's cursed. His boss is cursed. And the first book, you're going to figure out, a little bit. He's got a bounty hunter on his trail. In the second book, first book, he really shows how he hones his powers. He gets some of the people, that is responsible for his death. He takes care of them. But in the second one, you're going to see his origin. You're going to get a little bit more too. And this is going to be part of a trilogy. The third book will be coming out eventually. But right now I'm working on my my Viking Nordic heavy metal book right now, Hell War. But if you guys, for now, I got Butch Cleaver up right now, 1 and 2. You know, it's a gothic horror western, like best way I could describe it. It's inspired by a million different things. A lot of crazy characters in there, horror, definitely a slasher western as well, you know. And it's just a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Perfect for Halloween. So if you guys want to check it out, the first, like, I think the next 20 backers or so, they're going to get a bunch of tchotchkes and stuff like that. This is basically like an in-demand store, so I'll have it open for a little bit. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff on here. The Bone Barrel, get both books, and then a head drawing by me on a Bristol board. I got the second issue. You just want to pick that up. The first one I do deliver next day too, or I'll probably be delivering once a week now, if I can. Or no, yeah, I should be able to deliver it every day. I live right next to the post office, but get in there early. I got sketch cards up on here. The next 5 backers are going to get a free sketch card by me. I got some original art up on here. All the original art tiers comes with the both books as well. And yeah, guys, just pretty straightforward. You guys, if you want to come check it out, Butch Cleaver. It's a character I worked on for about 10 years now. Love this universe, love this character, but there's a lot of other books too that I want to do as well. So definitely got to let you guys know about that. Put that in the chat too. 1 and 2. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. And yeah, man, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for everybody that stopped by, and Mike Metal, thanks for coming by on a Saturday night. I tried to do like an hour midnight show for this channel, and just, you know, it's talking about metal, movies, monsters, you know, the dope shit, and comics. And as always, everybody, thanks for watching. Always remember to be bold, be brave, and stay metal. Peace out, guys.
Parents were taken from me. No one's given a knife to break.